Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Brighton career mode, and here we are, the second part or the second half of the transfer window. Again, we already signed 4 players in the last episode. Be sure to track that one out because again, there are tons of good stuff in there. The players that we signed has been, well, we only played them at least once or twice. But of course, the only player, or so far the only player that stood out to me was probably Alex Scott, scoring 2 goals on his actually full start in the FA Cup third round, and we have Sesko as well. He hasn't been quite tested positively so far, so we will have to see how he is as a footballer. Of course, he is 6'4", which is honestly perfect for the playing style that we have so far, because I think there are a lot of times where I love to cross it to the middle. It's like an easy way. It's kind of like a hack to score a goal. Sometimes just kind of whip one in, and hopefully one of your strikers or your attackers is right there just to meet with the ball and hits that one in. Of course, alongside with Sesko, we did sign 2 center back, and of course, we gave away Vaultman in an exchange deal for I think it was a Bella Kopchap, and we have Alejandro Francis as well. 2 very bright central attacking, well, 2 very bright central defenders per se, and of course both of them are quite pacey as well, which is something we like. We have been quite struggling with the structure of the team, especially the back, where we don't really necessarily have a very good pace at the back. The only players that I reluctant to sell was probably Luis Dunk, 80 rated and 44 pace. That's the problem right there. He's playing at like the dead center as the fullback, not fullback, the back 5. And there are times where there are inside passes in between Luis Dunk or even Francis or even Kochap, still really hard to chase the ball. But right here we intend to continue to work, and continue to sign players as we want. We're looking for a backup goalkeeper. Again, we're still eyeing for Martinez, a central midfielder, but then of course the central midfielder that we're going to sign, it's going to be a top class central midfielder, so I can offload maybe a couple of the players if I can. And right here, Jason Steele, his contract coming to an end, but it's very repetitive because he is trying to negotiate with other club with a pre-contract agreement. Unfortunately, I don't know, is it a bug with the game, but I just somehow couldn't get rid of him. So I am pretty sure we received more than 5 offers for him, or 5 notifications for him, saying that the transfer talk has broken down, unfortunately. So which is honestly not the best. I don't know if it's true, but apparently there are people saying that the only time when the transfer talk has broken down is usually fringe player or a prospect that you're no longer needed or something like that. But it's easier to sell a player who is a squad player genuinely, who will start for the team. Unfortunately, might be the case because Jason Steele, I only used him once in the, I don't know how I used him. I think I used him once in the FA Cup. That was about it. And unfortunately, just couldn't really sell him, to be honest. It's that I don't mind selling, like I just need to sell him. He's 32 rated. No, actually, he's 32-year-old, 65 rated. You already know that his career is pretty much towards the end. Again, his rating is not good, which means he is bound to be a championship player. So we're going to sign another championship player. We want to sign another championship player, just so that he's younger, 21-year-old, has plenty of room to grow. And of course, we're eyeing 2 of them, but one of them's 32-year-old. But it really depends on what I want in the squad for now. Again, not everything is 100% for now. The players that I sign, not necessarily going to be like the short-term fix, but more of a long-term fix as well. Again, and then we are playing here at Leicester City, away at Kings Power Stadium, conceding another one in the last 5 minutes, and right here in the last 2 minutes, Colwell. I did press the pass button before it actually posted triggered, and I thought that was an offside as well. Jamie Vardy, oh my god. Every time when the camera just panned to him, he has a very, very intimidating and punchable face at times. and I thought it was an offside, to be honest. Well, we still have 2 minutes to play, and when I look at the replay, look at that. Colwell, how stupid of me wanted to secure him in a long-term contract, a permanent contract, but unfortunately, my view has changed since then. He has been playing great. I just have to put it out there. And we signed two center back, and of course next season we're gonna go for another like top class center back again. I felt like pretty much the Korean one I played last time out with CF Nebrada has been the same, playing 5 at the back or 3 at the back pretty much. But this is different. Having wing back as well, different style of play, definitely love it. Right here, we negotiate for 7, the English goalkeeper for, was it Bristol? Not Bristol. What team is that? I forgot. Is it Northampton? Northampton, something like that. Or maybe I'm wrong. I didn't really quite catch that. But we secure our the fifth signings for today right here. Even though he doesn't look like to be, well, it's a good price to be honest. 1.1 million in the end. 65 rated, 21-year-old, have plenty of room to grow, and we're going back. And Martinez again, I'm pretty sure the negotiation is not going to be a problem. The problem is I forgot how much money I put in for him, but in the end I'm going to try and match the negotiation, the evaluation here of 4.1 million. Relatively quite expensive, but looking at the budget, we have 59 million to spend. And in the end, let's try to negotiate a good contract with him. But despite we got rejected the first time, that's about it. Okay, they want 16K, 280K of signing bonus. You gotta talk about it. You can't just undermine everything and not communicate well. How am I supposed to know how much you want, right? I mean, in the end, we have tons of money in the bank in the transfer budget. So even though wage, it's a little bit higher than we thought it would be, but I would decide to accept that one. And right here seems to be doing a clean house now, because we signed a right wing back, we signed goalkeeper. Right now we're just kind of moving up to the formation, and right now central midfielder. This is a big one. This is a potential future star, Davida. I think it's Davida Vitesse. Of course, in real life, there's links to him. I don't know much about this player, but he is certainly a player who can give goals and assists in the middle. And right there, how much was it? 30 million to sign him. Again, I think this is a good signing. And at the same time, we have to offload Gross as well, unfortunately, in that deal. And again, we have 27.9 million plus Gross. Gross evaluation is 10 million, so we technically paid 37 for him. 7 million over the evaluation. I honestly, I like that signing, to be honest. I think it's about time. Gross, 50 pace, 30-year-old, has passed his prime. Didn't do particularly anything impressive in the first half of the season, but I think it might be time for me to actually sign another player. And just like that, we signed 7 players? We signed 7 players already in this transfer window. You don't see that often in the January transfer window. A lot of teams would probably make a slight tweak to their team, maybe securing a signing or two before. As 7 signings, again, it's time to unleash that power. We could have probably signed quite a lot of players in the summer transfer window, but little do I know, I unable to transfer window, and I try to keep it realistic with the squad, realistic with the real life narrative of the squad as well. So I probably would have made those signings a little bit earlier, or else I don't think I'll be suffering quite a lot in the in the league early on in the season. Have to turn the difficulty down slightly bit just to adjust with the level of difficulty that I'm comfortable with. And right here, second game in today's episode, we are playing against Bristol City at home, and what a great rated side. 10 minutes in, just concede the first goal. They are literally tearing us apart at the back. And look at this one right here. It's just, I don't know who's at fault. Is it the fact that Alex Scott didn't try to hit the ball away, or Sarmiento didn't hit the ball away? Or was it the reflex? That was a good save by, what's his name again? Crap. Thomas Savin? That was a good save. But in the end, nobody was right there in the rebound. And on the other hand, Francis scored the first goal for his club right here. A header. Great header as well. We have so much to play for. 56 minutes in. Look at the counter attack by Bristol City and just tearing us apart right here. A premature slide in, and here comes Wyman. Blast that one in. 3-1. And it looks like our dream in the FA Cup is coming to an end right here. Despite it's not quite of a dream. I mean, the objective definitely did say that we have to reach to the round of 16. But right now, I can't even do the round of 16. 72 minutes in. Look at Bristol City. Just very clinical, very composure on the ball. And just like that, we're just kind of suffering. Wells scored the 4th goal in today's game. That's pretty much the end of it. Don't want to look at a replay once again. Don't want to remind me the scoreline. It was just painful to watch. And right now, we're thinking about signing another central attacking midfielder just to provide more depth to Trossard and, of course, provide a direct competition for Trossard as well. Mitoma has gone, and in that attacking midfielder winger position, we have Trossard, Alex Scott, Sarmiento. That's about it. So we need to sign one more player, to be honest. And we receive a few loan offers and just offers in general for our players. Van Hack right here. I'm securing a short loan, allowing him to leave on loan. And for Arsenal as well, Arsenal coming in for Billy Gilmore for 6 months loan. I think it's perfect because we have quite a lot of players in the squad right now. And since we're already out in the FA Cup, I think it's a very considerate decision by me to actually loan them out, hopefully giving them a little bit of a minute. Not sure if they're going to be a long-term solution for us, but certainly their being loaning out is very useful for the squad. And at the same time for them as well. 35 minutes in, look at the save right there by the goalkeeper, Jose Sarr. We got the ball back. 36 minutes in, here comes Undav to Trossard, crosses in the middle to Undav right there. Actually, it's Undav. I keep saying Undav for some reason. Undav scores the first goal right here. What a great goal. And just a simple 1-2 crosses in the middle pass. This is the generic way of scoring a goal. And 73 minutes in, like here, I have no clue how Francis is not being sent off. By the time I was playing this, I knew that he might be sending off in that moment, and I was thinking about going for it, but turns out, look at that, it wasn't even close to the ball. But honestly, the attacker, I think was it Pedro Neto? Might be him. He could have probably been a little bit more dramatic and fell to the floor. He might have Francis on a red card. 65 minutes in, here comes Sarmiento on the right-hand side, crosses the middle to Sesko, and he scores his first goal after 4 games for the club. And this pretty much determines that he is going to have a nice future with the club, wearing the traditional number 9 jersey. But of course, Undav at this moment is ahead of him based on seniority and experience in the Premier League. And later on, towards the end of the game, Sarmiento scores a second one in this season with the header. Very unusual goal, usually you would say. 3-0 was the final score. And right here, looking at Forteza. Actually, not looking at Forteza. Looking at, I believe this is Gilmore. 6 months, he is going to be gone. Unfortunately, there is not an option for me, apparently, to allocate the wage budget. It doesn't matter, to be honest. And right here comes Hloščák. I think that's how you pronounce his name. We are going to go for one of the attacking midfielders, and the one that I'm eyeing for is actually Adam Hloščák. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but I assume that is his, or Loček. I don't know if you pronounce the H word or no, but a Czech Republic, a Czech central attacking midfielder playing for Leverkusen. Looking very good. 78 rated, 20 euro, and 26 million, trying to secure a permanent transfer for him. Well, the board says yes, and we're looking for the negotiation part. The wage went down by $3,000, but signing bonus remained quite high, to be honest, 280k, and with the appearance bonus as well. And we have secured our final signing. That will be the 4th signing in this episode. and he is definitely has a lot of hype in him. And I'm so happy to sign him, to be honest. 26.5 million, getting a great price from him, but saving 3.3 million for him is a little bit, I think quite a bit of a stretch. And right here, Van Hake, it's gone as well to RCL. It's a RCL. I think that's where Balogun is playing, might be. But that's pretty much the January transfer window. 8 players in total, 4 in this episode. And looking at the top clubs, top transfer, a lot of top transfer, to be honest. Osimhen has gone to Chelsea. Gnabry going to Chelsea as well. Just a lot of good signings, just big names out there. But anyway, we can't really judge the other team's new signing, but we have to focus on what we have, and this is what we have right now. 8 signings coming in, hopefully making an immediate impact. And even though, despite early in the episode, early in the series, I did talk about not going for the Conference League, at least was impossible, but right now it seems to be possible because we are climbing back up. We're sitting at 10th right now with 10 wins, but in terms of conceding goals are still relatively high. We have to work on that. Hopefully the new signings will provide us more wins or a much better result, much better gameplay than anybody else. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.